Well, I think you would call this desperation. That's exactly what I think this was for Joe Biden. And his comments are contradicting other statements that he's made on other issues. We're going to get into the full details. Before I go any further, guys, I got to give a special shout out here to Heriberto, who recently became a $5 patron, helping to support the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. And guys, if you enjoy what I do here and you would like to help support my ministry, you could do so as well for as little as $5 a month. Patreon.com/conservative-truth. That link in the description gets you access to over 25 exclusive podcasts where I talk more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes out on Patreon, unlike YouTube, where you're not going to be notified of all the videos that I put out, even if you have that bell selected, because YouTube doesn't like me, but I know you guys like me. So when you get done watching me here, browse back to check what you've missed. Please like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and I wear the glasses because I'm blind. So desperation. Joe Biden, they kind of go hand in hand, right? This guy, one of his, call it rally, you call it his little drive-up thing where like nobody shows up. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Actually called for the nation to be one nation under God again. And he believes that he is the candidate to do that. Joe Biden is going to restore America back to God. This guy is there reading scriptures from Ecclesiastes saying that God wants us to heal from the corona and from the racial division and from all the political tension that's going on all around us. That God is going to do that. He has called us, and I believe that I am that man. Come on, man. I am that man, Joe's saying, to lead us. One nation under God. Well, I think in this case, Joe Biden is referencing God, but not the God that maybe you and I would think of. Not the creator God. No. Government. That's just what I think. Because these Democrats have proven that they want to do nothing but shove God out of this country. So I don't buy for 1 second that Joe Biden is really wanting to bring America back to being one nation under God. I'm sorry, I just don't. They want the government to be your God. That's what these people want. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this at all. President Trump has been the best president when it comes to fighting for Christians, for people of faith, religious liberty. He has. This has been proven time and time again. Now, the sad thing here is that a lot of people are sadly going to buy into what Joe Biden is saying here, because there's a lot of people who call themselves Christians and they call themselves Democrats and say they're voting for Biden. And I've talked about them before here too. You guys know this. And so they will unfortunately buy what this joker, this crooked politician is saying. They're going to buy that. Now here's the other side of this as well. Joe Biden saying he's going to bring America back to being one nation under God, right? Well, he's also said that in his first 100 days in office, if God forbid he even made it into office and even survived the first 100 days, that he would pass that LGBT Equality Act within the first 100 days. Now, what is the LGBT Equality Act? Well, it's basically an act that would take away your religious liberty. You wouldn't have a religious liberty. So he's calling for one nation under God, but this is what it would do. And here's the thing. It's already passed in the House, which right now is controlled by all Democrats. It did not pass in the Senate because the Republicans control the Senate. This would strip, Christian, businesses, private business, all of them, your religious liberty. So basically, if you had someone that came in, I'm going to use this as an example because this was a case that actually had gone up to one of the courts, a funeral home. There was a gentleman that went in there, said that he was a guy when he first started. All of a sudden, he wanted to transition to become a woman, okay? That funeral home went ahead to go ahead and fire him because, this doesn't go along with our religious beliefs. So they could do that. But with this Equality Act, they would no longer be allowed because that would be discrimination against gender identity, and you wouldn't have a religious liberty anymore. You would not have the right. You would be forced to officiate same-sex weddings. You would be forced to have boys play on girls' teams. Now, we see that happening now, but this would become basically the law of the land. Right now, it's happening like in a few states and a few schools and things like that. But they call this equality, but it's going to erase religious liberty. Doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. You would then be forced to follow what the government says as far as this LGBT Equality Act. This is a dangerous act. Many celebrities, including Taylor Swift, have promoted this. So God forbid if Biden gets in there, or Harris if she took over, because they would in fact pass this. And it's scary to say this. So don't buy this whole one nation under God. I'm the guy. Come on, man. I'm going to bring America back, one nation under God. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Just like everything else that comes out of Joe Biden's mouth and these Democrats. Don't you fall for it. I'll put more information on this down below in the description section. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.